Good evening. Welcome to our 8:30 Bible Challenge. And I know that it's been a few days. I've had a very, very busy schedule, and I've been away. I haven't been here lots of times during the time that I do my Bible Challenge. And I apologize that I haven't been doing it for the past few days, but I've been swamped. And I thought it'd be good if I talked to you for a little bit about strength and weakness. And sometimes when we're stretched thin, we feel weak, tired, need the Lord to be with us and strengthen us. And the Apostle Paul, he knew about that. And whatever Paul's weakness was in his body, and I believe it was his vision. I don't think Paul's eyesight was very good. And we may talk about that one time later. But whatever, regardless of what it was, Paul, more than once, he asked God. He really sought the Lord, that the Lord would heal him of that weakness. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul talks about that. He says, in verse 8, he says, "For this thing I have sought the Lord three times, that it might depart from me." And then he says what God said unto him. And he said unto me, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." And so when Paul heard that God said, "My strength is made perfect in weakness," then he said, "Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." And so Paul he wanted the power of Christ to be on his life, what he was doing. I would say the same thing. I'd like the power of Christ in my life. And so I often say that you can be too big for God to use, but you can never be too small. So it's better to see yourself as just a little man instead of a big man. Because God says he doesn't share his glory with any man. So if I be a little man, then God's power can rest on me, because he's big, powerful. I've been needing God's power, the power of Christ. I've done some things here lately that I needed God's help. I needed him to help me, and he did. So maybe you're feeling like that. If you feel weak, there's nothing wrong with feeling weak, because that means God can come along and strengthen you, give you power. So again, he said, "My strength is made perfect in weakness." So it's not a bad thing. The world wants to tell us, "Oh, well, be big, be powerful, be strong, hide your weaknesses. Don't let anybody know what your weakness is." And God says, if I see that you're weak, my strength is made perfect in weakness. So just get close to God and let him strengthen you. Have a blessed evening.